Oof. All right, we're getting close to fucking half the year with these. Oh my god, that's fucking shaky. There we go. All right, so you read the title, you know it's about to go down. Legs. I'm still chilling out on squats. I may bring them back, not today. Uh, that's squats are the only thing where I do deload. Like, once I start dieting, I'm not going to take a break from heavy bench. I'm still going to do heavy bent over rows or machine rows, right? Heavy ass curls, heavy push downs. But squats, that ends up getting kind of hard on me. I definitely think sometimes my knees need a break. Like squatting, 5, almost 6 plates every leg day, uh, year round, that might be a little much. Might be a little much for me. But, you know, still get a super good quad lift with leg extensions, perhaps some machine leg press, some Smith machine sissy squats, body weight sissy squats, supersets. There's all sorts of shit. Uh, I definitely think you should squat, right? You should, you know, do some heavy stuff as well, right? Because your quads, sure they do extend like you use on a quad extension where you just sit down and then you straighten them, right? But they also play a pretty major role in heavy pressing. So an even balance probably best. But for me right now, I'm just going to get some. Probably 80% of the quad workout is just going to be leg extensions with some variations, and I'm still going to get a freaky pump. So I think it's going to be all right. But there's no way that I would be as strong as I am, at least in terms of my quad strength, without having done all the squats that I've done, you know, in the lifts before this one. And then hamstrings, that's going to be pretty much just 3 lifts: laying hamstring curl, seated hamstring curl, and then some cable RDLs. I love doing RDLs on the cable machine. It's kind of it's kind of tricky though, because like you sort of have to have a specific setup for it to work. You'll see it later on, but it's just kind of this person's turning lane. It's just kind of tricky, right? I've seen machines that are made specifically for RDLs, right? It's got a platform, the 2 cables, shoulder width apart. You bend over, pick them up, right? For me, I just feel a way better squeeze. Like, sure, barbell, dumbbell RDLs are good too, but cable's probably the best in my opinion. So, nothing else left to talk about. Let's just go get in there. I already drank the pre, so it should be kicking in by the time I'm, warmed up for my first couple sets of hamstring curls. Nice. Okay, so I was gonna start with a laying curl, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I wanted to change it up. So before I do any kind of like hamstring curl, I always do a little bit of a calf warm up, just because like the back of my knee will be a little tight unless I do a few sets of calves. But I threw half the stack around for a few, 3/4, whole stack for like 2, just to make sure it feels good. And I mean, assuming you don't feel like a pinch or a pull or something, it doesn't take too much warm up to get ready to load a lot of weight. Obviously use your best judgment. Don't just jump straight to your heaviest working set and like rip your hamstring off, right? Just do as much as you need, but no more. And then your first set should hypothetically be your strongest. Probably your first set or 2, right? But yeah, let's throw this around. Alright, I lied. 3 more. So it might not look like it when I'm actually doing the set, but like the first probably 5 or so reps, you know, when you're the strongest, the freshest on these hamstring curls, I try to almost imagine like getting to the bottom of the rep, you know, where my leg is the most bent, and then just putting an extra little bit of oomph into the rep. So for it just feels like for a moment that I pause the weight at the bottom, right? It doesn't really look like that, but you know, same thing for bicep curls. You know, you do your normal rep, whatever. And, you know, if you were to just go up, like, kind of mindless, you know, whatever, you'll do a good set, it's fine. But I think it's probably going to be more effective. Same thing with these hamstring curls. If when you get to the top, you put an extra little bit of emphasis. Like, the harder you can squeeze, the better. Right, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Again, it's, well, I guess not again, but it's going to be in your best interest to, before you do a set, you know, you take a seat, you got your music playing, take probably about, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds, get a couple huffs and puffs. You don't have to necessarily think any specific thoughts, just try to get hyped up, right? Pretty much the more excited you can be in the moments leading up to your set, and then during, the better, right? I'm not saying you have to walk around the gym in between your sets fucking mean mugging everybody like, oh, I'm in the zone, right? Like in between sets, I'm chatting it up, I'm yapping, but when you actually do your set, you may as well fucking get in the zone. Okay, let's move on to some leg curls. Nothing complicated, just, you know, some heavy fucking leg curls. Sometimes I'll do some single-sided stuff, like one leg at a time, but I don't know, right now doing double feels pretty good. That's really just a preference thing. Yeah. Oh, that freaking burns. Oh my goodness. So, set number 11, the last one I'm going to do for hamstrings. Like I was saying in the car, fucking cable RDLs. A little bit of a funky setup, especially because this block is, you know, the box is shaky as all hell. But whatever. So, I don't really have a tip for the execution of these. Just try to feel it in your hamstrings. And if you don't, then try it some other way. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Okay. Let's do some leg extensions, goddammit. I already did a few warm-up sets, so about half of the stack-ish single leg should feel good right now. I don't always do this trick, but sometimes. So let me see here. So the premise here is I stick a belt right back fucking here. And then when I sit down, well, assuming it doesn't fucking fall over. There we go. What you can do is you can sit down in the leg extension, same as normal, but you can actually buckle yourself in. Because you gotta think, when you're doing leg extensions with moderate weight, it's a pretty serious amount of tension, right? Like if your legs are pushing up this way, that means you've got to hold yourself down really hard. And for me, that gets kind of annoying. So sometimes I'll throw the belt on, strap it around the back of the seat, so I can throw as much weight around as possible, right? And I don't have to worry about holding on and, you know, working my traps or my forearms. I'm trying to work my quads. So the more you can isolate a movement and only work your targeted muscle, the better. And I don't think I saw this anywhere. I just kind of figured it out on my own, right? If you're using your mind and you're trying to think of better ways to do exercises, then you can come up with this kind of shit for sure. But whatever, let's throw this around. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna stop doing the single leg after those three. They're feeling pretty good. But I think now I'm gonna jump onto some supersets. So the premise is gonna be light-ish. You know, I was just doing 190 for that last set, so now it's on to 130. I'll do 5 reps on the right leg, 5 on the left, 5 on the right, go back and forth a couple times till my quads feel pretty fatigued. And then I'm gonna do some body weight sissy squats. And those, honestly, I swear, I'm not gonna say that they'll give you the best pump. Like if I were to just sit here for half an hour and do sissy squats, I like I'm about to in the drop set, I don't know if I would get the best quad pump. But if you've already done some, you know, leg extensions or squats or leg press or whatever you like, and then you throw sissy squats at the end, that's fucking sprinkles on top of the ice cream with a cherry. You get what I'm saying? So let's fucking hit a few of these. Shit. Okay, I'll actually do double leg. You know, still light-ish. Go for a really good squeeze, burn out. Single leg at a time. That's just taking a little too long. God damn. Oh my goodness. Like, I'll just do a few more and kind of do a quick clip between them. Crap. Okay. I'm just gonna do, I don't know, however many more sets of double leg, and maybe do one set of these sissy squats at the end. You know, I wasn't kidding in the car when I said I was gonna spam leg extensions. So for single leg stuff, same with single anything stuff, like one arm pull downs, one arm push downs, one arm curls. Always start with the weaker side and then match the reps for your stronger side. That is, if you do have a weaker and stronger side. It'll just help you, you know, take control of some imbalances. If you're freaking out because like your right leg is bigger than your left one, and if you're like a beginner lifter, don't really freak out. Just by lifting, shit'll start evening itself out pretty quickly. But if you're, you know, 2-3 years into lifting and your right quad is noticeably larger than the left one, then maybe like legitimately do like 3 or 4 less sets on the right one than the left, just to try to balance that sort of shit out. One more. Oh my gosh. Last set. Gotta make sure I go as crazy as possible. You should go as crazy as possible on all of them, but who doesn't want to finish on a good one? Okay. Okay. Let's go check the pop. Fucking hell, man. Oh. Huh. Man, you guys should be physical therapists. Everybody was, when I said I hurt my shoulder, all of you guys were like, it's your AC joint. It's your AC joint, man. I think you were freaking right. Got me right in here. I'm not too hurt. Like, I can still do all my pressing and whatnot, but a little bit sore for comfort. So, again, I mean, same as usual, pretty basic workout, especially on quads. You know, hamstrings, sure, I mean, I only did 3 movements, so pretty basic too. Seated hamstring curls, no drop sets or supersets or anything, just heavy, you know, 20-ish reps. Then move on to some laying curls, decently heavy for 2 sets, and then some single legs, and then that one set of RDLs, right? And quads was just fucking leg extensions. You know, I did a couple sissy squats in there too, but really, it was just fucking leg extensions. So, let's see how that translates. Just from sitting here standing, zero flexing, I can fucking feel my quads poking out of my skin. So let's see if that translates visually. I'll just take one pant leg out and leave the other one. Make it easier to put back on. Oh yeah. Ooh. Pretty pumped. Let's see, there's some calves going on. Ooh, freaky. Oh man. Oh, pretty solid amount of mass, I tell you what. I knew it was going to be a good pump even just from doing hamstrings. Because when I was sitting down, I could feel them fucking hanging off my legs. Like when you're sitting like this and they're fucking hanging down, that is a sign you've got some big ass hamstrings. Interestingly enough, I didn't fucking train hamstrings for like my first 6 months of lifting. Okay, maybe not 6 months, but at least 3 or 4. Legitimately, my logic was, why would I want the back of my legs to be big? I want my quads to be big, right? I didn't understand that having big hamstrings adds to the thickness of your legs. Maybe not so much from the front. Like if you got monster quads and no hamstrings from the front, yeah, you'll look good. Your quads are really fucking the main thing popping out. But from the side, right, that thickness from the back, it's kind of funny. All the old guys call them the leg biceps. Fucking Tom Platz always calls them the leg biceps. From the side, that thickness back here, it'll make you just look more impressive. But then again, I guess that tip is only for people who actually want big legs, right? There's a reason that skipping leg day is such a big joke. It's because you guys really fucking do it. I couldn't imagine skipping legs. At least not, what's the word? Repetitively. Come on. You got to respect your whole body, man. You want some big biceps? You want a big chest? You want big shoulders? Big ass, wide back? Well, guess what? You need some wheels to carry all that shit too. Nobody wants to be the guy with a big upper body and then 0 legs. And I can guarantee that you're not in the 0.001% population of people whose legs are overdeveloped, right? I legitimately guarantee your legs are not overdeveloped. It's not even fucking close. Everybody can have bigger legs. So I'm gonna go upstairs, do a little bit of calves. I'm kind of in a rush. I might even just do 3 sets, but that's better than nothing. Better than 0 like you're doing. Quick tidbit before I roll. If your if your calves are not sore, right? If you sit here and you flex your calf and it doesn't really feel sore, just do a couple of fucking sets of calf raises at the end of your lift. Take 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes even. Go on the leg press, put 2 plates on and do double leg. Do the normal seated leg one. Anything. Fucking put your hands on the wall and stand on one leg and do single leg. I don't care. Just get a little bit of calf stimulus. Okay, I know it's such a fucking joke, or not a joke, but such like a common, common law, right? Based on how many people talk about it. It's like, oh, your calves are all genetic. Oh, it's all genetics. If you don't work them, then what is? Dude, your calves can grow, right? And if they can't, I mean, unlucky for you, but at least try. At least try. Don't fucking give in, right? Don't have that loser mentality. I can't grow my calves. Come on, not cool. I hope if you're the person who needs to hear that you take it to heart. So let's go get that dextrose, blah, blah, blah. Oh man, I gotta fucking just take a little breather after that one. Even though that leg day wasn't the most insane in terms of, let's say just weight. Like I've done leg days where I squat a fucking bananas amount of weight. So, not so heavy, but I'm out of fucking breath, man. A good leg day should take you out of breath. But if you do your normal fucking daily cardio, or at least cardio every so often, maybe you won't be so out of breath. Just saying, just saying. But let's just slam this shake and roll. You know what I've been loving? I can't get enough of it. I love the grimace shake videos. Those are the funniest fucking things I've seen for a while. Oh my, like, don't be surprised if you see a grimace shake meme on the TikTok. Honestly. Oh my god. Maybe not, but that shit is funny. Oh. Yuck. Gross. Icky. Yeah. Just so sweet. Somebody told me in the comments I should add something sour to the dextrose shake. I should add something sour to counteract the sweetness. What the fuck am I supposed to add that's sour to a protein shake, dude? Then I'm really drinking some kind of fucking concoction. No chance. No freaking chance. So, yeah, legs thrashed. Felt really good about that pump. Hamstrings, honestly, what's going on, man? I almost considered doing a hamstring pump check after hams were done, just because, like, that was probably my best hamstring pump ever. Like, just, I could, oh man, just fucking, like, sitting down and feeling the underside of my legs. I could just tell they were bulbous. I've been seeing this, there's this video of some German guy. I don't know his name or anything, but he, total monster. His hamstrings are huge. Like, they almost, like, his quads are big too, but his hamstrings almost make his quads look small. That's, it's crazy. If you've seen what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm saying. But maybe not. It's not a really mainstream guy. But, or what else is there to talk about? Let's break down the topic of discipline, right? This is pretty classically in theme with working out and lifting, right? Everybody's talking about discipline, motivation, or the grind. Jocko Willink, David Goggins. I don't know if I'm a Jocko Goggins type follower, but let me just sort of break down how I feel about it. If you like doing it, it's not going to be hard to do. It's not going to be hard to stick to. So for me, for the most part, I'd say 80%, 90% of the time, I just want to work out because I know it's going to give me bigger muscles, or it's going to get me leaner because I'm dieting, right? Either of those two situations, right? But I want to do it. So for the most part, discipline doesn't really come into play, right? If you're having fun, why would you want to stop? But let's say, one day I just kind of feel like trash, or, maybe I was sick, got really bad sleep because I stayed up all night for finals or something. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I do not want to go to the gym today. I'm just not in the mood right now. I'm just not feeling it. That's when you sort of gotta dig deep, right? That's when you've got two voices in your head, right? You've got the voice that's telling you, oh man, I'm fucking tired. Oh, I don't want to, oh geez, I don't want to do this. Is it really gonna hurt if I stay home? Like shit like this. There's a voice in your head telling you that, right? Now the layman lifter, the unmotivated, undisciplined lifter, he's gonna listen. He's gonna listen to that voice and he's gonna go, whatever, screw it, I'm staying home. But the enlightened lifter, he knows it's going to be better for him to go in. He knows it's going to be better for him to get uncomfortable, right? But, let's say, I talk about this a lot. This is more targeting the beginner lifter, who hasn't really gotten into the groove yet. They haven't really seen a ton of progress yet. Um, that's probably the part where you need the most discipline, the beginning, right? Before you've seen any progress, before you've started to reap any benefits, right? In the beginning of working out, once you know, go past that week-long-ish novelty phase where, oh, this is fun, I'm working out. Once that week, once the novelty wears off, and you're just going to the gym and you're just kind of tired, right? You're feeling sore. That's when you got to really stick to it, right? Because once you start seeing results, after like probably, if you manage to get a decent workout routine, uh, or let's say you're kind of on the heavier side and you're trying to lose weight, if you can actually have a lifter buddy or somebody, teach you about macros and dieting and calories and stuff like that, and you actually stick to something for about, a month, 2 months, 3 months ish, that kind of range, you'll start to see changes in your body, right? If you're kind of if you're like a scrawny kind of guy, and then you start eating your protein, you start eating your rice and protein shakes, and you take your vitamins, you go hard in the gym, even if you don't have the perfect workout routine, right? If you just still go hard in the gym and you eat a lot of food, legitimately more food than you have been eating before, in 3 months, you can make a pretty noticeable change in like your muscle mass, right? Even just a little bit of extra oomph here and width in the shoulder, especially if you take side-by-side pictures, you're going to start to notice something, right? And same thing if you're losing weight, right? You'll start to, especially those side-by-side pictures, you'll notice you're trimming down, right? Now, obviously, you might not be at your final goal, but once you actually see that you're on track, right, and you're actually moving forward towards where you want to be, right, that's just going to motivate you even more. So until you get there, that's when you really have to stick to it, right? But, assuming you do want to make progress, then, who cares how hard it is, right? Just fucking go to the gym. Uh, I guess it might be easier for me to say that than for you to do it. I'm not necessarily like a crazy obsessive guy or whatever, but in terms of lifting, I think I think I've got an obsession. So for me, it's never been too hard to like, geez, well, I guess I'm not going to the hangout tonight. I got to hit legs. Fuck. You're like, all right, I'm not going out tonight. I got chest day. I got a chest workout to do, man. It's never been really too hard for me to do that. But, for you, you might have to sort of rethink your lifestyle if you really want to, get crazy big. I'm kind of referencing the dude who's, not crazy motivated yet. He's still skipping the gym, going out, getting thrashed every weekend. That, I'm not saying you can't make progress doing that, but it's probably not going to help. Actually, I can guarantee it's not going to help. So, yeah, like I was saying, as a beginner and you're just starting out, right, don't lose steam. And if you feel like you're losing steam, push through it. That's all I can fucking tell you. And then, for you lifters who have been going in, a year, 2 years, 3 years, right? For me at least, I'd say probably a few times, maybe once a year, right? Over the past like sort of 5 years-ish, right? I sort of think to myself, okay, you know what? I gotta step it up, right? Let's say pretty much what'll happen is I'll go in, I do a normal workout, and maybe I feel like I'm not pushing myself hard enough on that one day, right? I feel like I've plateaued my intensity perhaps, right? And I notice like I do a chest day, but afterwards I think, did I really go that hard? Was that really as much as I could have done? Right? And I'll sort of have a little bit of a reflective moment, and I'll think, no, I can go fucking harder than that. I can go fucking harder than that. And then the next day onward, I try to raise the bar of intensity, right? I'm not sure you can even relate to what I'm saying there, but if you have, let's say, looked pretty much the same over the last few years of lifting, or even year of lifting, then all that's telling me is you got to change something up, right? You're not eating enough food, or maybe you're just stuck in a maintenance phase and you're kind of scared to bulk up because you don't want to put on any body fat, or you're scared to diet down because you don't want to lose strength. For me, at least, I mean, unless you've reached your goal, lifting wise, you should always be making some type of progress, right? If I'm not bulking, then I'm cutting. If I'm not cutting, then I'm fucking bulking. You know, I pretty much never maintain. Right? I've always got some kind of goal on my mind to reach, and then obviously making sure I, eat my food, get a reasonable amount of rest, and lift hard. You know, that'll keep me on a day by day progress type level. So, hopefully you got a little something out of that. I gotta go inside and eat some fucking food. So I will see you next time.